Hey y'all, Bridget Bartlett here. So today I'm going to show you how you can white label Hey Levi. So we've actually been talking about Hey Levi this week, and I showed you on Monday how you can create your brand positioning guide. This is super important when it comes to creating your brand and understanding your perfect customer, and Hey Levi helps you write all of that. We also talked about how you can create a product so that when you're generating the content that Hey Levi can generate, that you can actually do it by the brand, or you can even narrow it down more specifically to your actual products here. Like we created an organic bancha green tea product, and then we created social media content and blog posts from the content that we created. Okay, so you can see how this is miles better than just trying to tell your clients to use Chat GPT and completely overwhelming them, and then they have to go back and train it every time they want to start a new thread and create new content. Okay, that's what we want to really avoid doing this. Okay. Now, I want to show you how you can take this tool and add it to your high level agency. I call mine AI Coach. Of course, it's Hey Levi. But as a high level agency, you want to be able to rebrand other people's products and you want to add value for your target customer. So, what you want to do to get started is you want to go to myvisionagency.com/. Hey Levi. You'll see the link up here at the top. If you click this link here, this is my affiliate link for Hey Levi. And you'll see if you scroll down here, there are two plans for the white label version. They do have like a standalone, but it's not a white label. To get the white label version, the plan for 5 sub accounts is $199 a month. And then if you want the unlimited plan, it's $499 a month. Okay. So go to myvisionagency.com/. Hey Levi. If you want to sign up, I'm also going to give you the snapshot that I'm showing you today. So once you create your account, you'll be able to go inside of your high level agency account and you'll see the app marketplace, and there will be instructions on all of the how to get this set up when you create your account. But you'll see if you go to the marketplace that Hey Levi does have an app there. Once you get that connected, it's going to allow you to automatically create these accounts if you're on the highest growth plan. If you're on the other plan, you do need to manually create the accounts. But if you're only using 5, I mean, that's not that much work, right? So, what you want to do is make sure to get that installed. Now, when you do get that installed, you'll see here in the Hey Levi app, if you go into the settings, this is going to be in your main account that you manage this out of. Okay. So you won't see on the other accounts the agency option. This is only going to be on your account as the admin. Okay. So in the settings, you'll see that we have this tab here, and there are some things that I do need to hide because this is my real live account, but you'll have your name and your agency email here. You can choose if you want to enable the beta features or not. And you can also choose the tier that they're automatically going to get added to. Okay. Now, what I do for my agency is I do not give anyone access to the agency who doesn't also have access to the AI coach. And then that way, all I do is I just give, all the top tier of the tools. I don't leave anything limited, so they just automatically get the best account. But you could definitely, upsell to this. You could, have everyone on the base tier or the disabled tier. And when they're on the disabled tier, it will actually, if they click there, it will prompt them to upgrade to get the other features. Okay. So again, however you want to structure this for your specific business, you do have those options there. Now, of course, you need your AI or your API settings here, and you can see the plan that you're on and then the sub account name that your agency is in. Now you'll see here that if you do want to upsell, there's an upsell message. So if you do have locked features and they click to upsell, you'll see the message here, and then you'll have the link there. Now, since I don't have the upsell on really because everyone gets the full account, I don't have that there. And if you don't want to add that there, like I don't, you just don't put any link there and then it won't show. Okay. You can also see the usage information here, how many tokens and so on have been generated. Now, in the next section above, this is going to show all the sub accounts that you have available, and you can sort them by the tier that they're actually on. I just put snapshot here because I didn't want to show any of our accounts. And if you're manually doing this, you can import the accounts here, and then you would just choose what tier you want them to be on. So in the features section here, this is where you're going to choose those tiers that you want to offer. So here is the disabled tier. So that would be like the default that they don't have an account basically. And then you can choose the monthly word limit. You'll see here I have 56 sub accounts there. And then you can also give the description of that. And then you can choose to show the locked features or not. So you may want to show them to prompt them to upgrade or not. It's totally up to you how you do that. And then you want to create another tier here. This one, just for example, called the base tier. You can choose the word limit, the number of sub accounts, the description here. You can show locked features, and you can also choose to upload custom prompts. So if you have a prompt that's specific for your business that you want to add here, you can actually start building your own prompt library and add those there so that your customers in your specific niche can utilize those prompts as well. Okay. And then you also have the AI, because it does use the open AI. And then you can choose the generation and chat model that you want to use, and you can also choose the audio because there are audio features in here. For example, when you're brainstorming, choosing some of these options up here, you can actually speak to it. And then if you want to hear and choose like the voice, you'll see you have all of these options here. You can even choose Spanish if you want to, and Italian and German. There's all those languages. So you can choose the language or you can choose the voice model, and you can click here to test it out. I'm not sure if you guys can actually hear this, but let's see. Okay, so I don't know if you could hear that, but if you want to hear the example, you just click that little play button there, and then you'll be able to see. Now here you can choose the features for this particular base tier. Okay, so you want to choose. Do you want to select the features? Do you want them to have all the features, none of the features, or the core features? Okay, which would be like brand positioning, products and services. Okay, that would be up here. You also have the ability to change the theme. Of course, I choose purple, but you do have these other options here. You can also choose like the auto. This says automatically sets the scheme based on the user's operating system color scheme preferences using prefer color scheme media gallery. Of course, you can also choose the dark version or the light version. And then you can choose the different layouts here, whichever one that you prefer. And of course, once you set that up, you can preview it or you can update there. Okay. Now, the next thing I did want to show you, if you scroll down here, you do see the dashboard. So this is again only for the agency, but you do see all of the top accounts, the lifetime words generated, the number of counts frequently used. So basically you're getting all of the data so that you can see and make sure that this tool is providing value to your customers. So when you create your account from me, definitely let me know when you create your Hey Levi account. I'm going to send you a snapshot. So I want to show you how to load the snapshot and how to get it installed, because of course what we want to do is make money. We want to resell this tool. So when you import the snapshot, of course yours will be in the imported snapshots section, and you'll see that it's called Snapshot Hey Levi. So when you have the account created, whether you want to create a brand new account and load this into, or you want to load it on top of your existing account, totally up to you. Everyone has a different business structure. But what we're going to do is you want to, whatever account you want to load this into, you want to go to the sub account and you want to click Manage Client. When we go into the settings here, now we need to load the snapshot. So I'm going to click here to load snapshot, and I'm going to look for the snapshot that I want to load. I can even just search Hey Levi, and you'll see that I have the Hey Levi. Okay, now this isn't the exact one. It's showing imported here because because I actually own one of the snapshots. So just search for the Hey Levi snapshot. Actually, let me see. Snapshot. because it should be listed in here. You guys know how I get where I get so like stuck on something and then I can't figure out. Okay, we're just going to search for Hey Levi. You guys will get it. It's really the same thing. All right. So we're going to say proceed. Just make sure that yours says the snapshot Hey Levi. And then you'll see all of the different options available inside that snapshot. What you want to do is go ahead and either skip, which of course, if you skip them, it's not going to load. So you really want to go ahead and select all and proceed. And then it will tell you if there are any conflicts. If you wanted to see the conflicts, you could see this here. You could override, which really you would need to make sure that everything gets loaded. So if you have a lot of things here and you don't really know what they are, I would suggest creating a brand new account and loading this in so that you aren't skipping any important parts here. Okay. Now, of course, I don't need to load this in again because I already have it loaded. So I'm going to go ahead and switch into the snapshot or into the sub account that the snapshot is loaded in. Now you can see here in the first step, we have a website. Okay. Now the website or the sales funnel, rather, it has 4 different steps here. So we have our home page, and this is, of course, designed to help you resell your own white label version of Hey Levi. So you can see it's a really nice website. And of course, all the copy was created with Hey Levi. So that's really nice. You also have the checkout page here. So let me just show you what that looks like. So of course, we need to create a product and we're going to connect the product to this page. Also, we have the thank you page. So we want to make sure that when they purchase the product, we're sending them to this page here as soon as it loads. And then there is an onboarding page here, and it does have a video that is white labeled by the founders of Hey Levi. Okay, so that is the steps of the funnel. So let's go ahead and get this part set up. Okay, so let's go into the settings and let's go into domains. And we want to add or we want to connect a domain. So I'm going to click here, and here you can choose whether you want you want a root domain, like maybe you want to create one that says like, yeah, whatever you're calling your Hey Levi. I call mine AI coach. Don't call yours the same. That would be silly. But whatever name that you want to call it, maybe you want to buy a domain and call it that. Maybe you want to add a subdomain to your main root domain. For the example that we're going to use here, I'm just going to use this like extra domain that I have available just for this example. And what I'm going to do is just paste in the domain. So if I had a domain and I wanted to do like a subdomain, I could just do like maybe AI dot whatever my domain is. And then that would be a subdomain. If I want to add the root domain that doesn't have the something dot whatever my domain is, this is the root domain. So I need to connect that. And anytime that you're connecting a root domain to your funnel, you want to also address the www version, which is technically a subdomain. Okay, so root domains, you need to address both. Subdomains, you only need to address one. Okay, so HighLevel makes it really easy for us. So we're just going to type in that main root domain there. And then we're also going to toggle this on and say, yes, I do also want to address the www version. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue. And because I'm using Cloudflare, it makes it super, super simple to connect the domain because it actually adds the records for me. So you can see I'm logged into Cloudflare. It's going to say, do you want to add these records? I'm going to say yes. And then it's adding the records for me. And now we're just going to wait until it authorizes here. I do want to say hello to Charles and Ray and Frankie and Rick and Sam and Manolo. Thank you all so much for joining. Okay, so we're adding the records to the domain. And then when it finds the records, which it usually does take a few seconds, we're going to connect that to our sales funnel that I just showed you all the moving parts of. Okay, so now it's found the funnel, and you can see in the background here that is added the record for the www version, and you can see this little thing means that it's redirected. So you could see Over here, URL redirects. And then also we have the main root domain. So now I'm going to choose which funnel I want to connect this domain to. So I'm going to choose the funnel that we have. And then now I want to choose what step of this funnel. So where do I want them to go when they type in coaching business demo or they click on the link? Most of us are going to choose the home page. And you can also choose the 404 page. So if there was ever a broken link somewhere and you want to make sure that anywhere that broken link was, we're going to just direct them back to the home page. Okay. So let's go ahead and link that domain there. And then now we've connected our funnel to, or our domain to our funnel. And you can see, like I said over here, the URL redirects. What it's actually done is created this domain for you, or the subdomain, and then it's redirected all the pages. So basically, no matter where they go, they could type in the WW version or the non WW version, and they will all route to the appropriate places. Okay, so all you need to do is worry about just connecting that domain, and then HighLevel makes the hard stuff easy. Okay, so now the next thing that we need to do is we need to go back into our funnel, and you can see it's already connected here because that's what we just did. Okay, so I want to grab the link um, for the upsell page, which is my checkout. Okay, so we're going to grab the upsell link here. And if you guys ever see, like, this has a bunch of numbers, like you can see this. We want to get rid of those numbers, okay? Because this in publishing, this is what's going to show. So we want to make sure that that is what we want it to say. But if you ever notice any duplications, it's because here, this is the path of the page without a domain connected. Okay. So you may want to put like checkout, and it really can't be the same because that's why those numbers get created. So what I usually do is put like the page name and then hyphen page, and then it updates that so that you don't see those long, crazy numbers there. So now if I click here, you can see the URL is checkout. So let me go back up here. Oops, go back. Okay. And then if we click here again, you just see page. You don't see those long numbers there. Okay. I get that asked a lot. So what I want to do is I want to copy this, and I want to copy the onboarding here. Or actually, I don't need that upsell. That this is I'm so sorry. I just told you the wrong thing. Okay. Um, the upsell thing is optional, okay? And I'll show you that in just a second. I know that you're probably confused about what I'm saying because I was looking at my notes and I just told you the wrong thing. So let me tell you the right thing. How does that sound? Okay. So I'm copying this because this is going to be added. This link is going to be added to the custom values. So now let's go into the settings and let's go to custom values, because this is one of the really great things about HighLevel, that we have custom values that make it super easy for us to get accounts set up. All right. Now, we've talked a lot about this before. You want to go ahead, come to the custom values. You'll see these here for Hey Levi. The ones that say AI Gen, you need to leave there. Do not do anything with this. This has to do with how the account is working. So make sure you and your clients do not touch these. The AI Gen custom values. Okay, these need to be the same. Now, for the Hey Levi price, this is the price that you're going to make your Hey Levi. So, this is again totally up to you, whatever your business structure is. If you're just reselling Hey Levi, maybe you want this to be like $27 a month because you're upselling to all the other tools in your agency. Maybe you want this to be at the top tier and you have all kinds of other software and other solutions, and maybe you want this to be part of your $9.97 a month plan. Totally up to you, whatever you want that to be. But let's just say, for the sake of this training, $47 and update. Now the onboarding URL is that onboarding video that I told you about, that I was copying the link that has that white label video there. So here's where we would put this. Okay. And if you have an upsell that you want to add to your account, this is where you want to put that upsell link, okay? And then also, what is the name here? What is the name that you're giving your Hey Levi? Like, for example, mine is AI Coach. Again, don't steal my idea. But I call mine AI Coach. And what that's going to do is in all of the automations, it's going to update wherever it would say that to whatever you're calling it, okay? And then also, the next step is the logo. And again, we've talked about that before, where you need to grab the link to your logo. And that's really easy to do. You just come over to media storage, you upload your logo, and then let's see if there's images in here. So if this was my logo, I would upload it and then just click on the three dots there, get the link. And then I would come back to my custom values, and then I would paste that here. Okay. And then that's going to update the website and all of the automations to make sure that my logo is on the website, or your logo rather. Okay. Now, the next step is we need to create the products. Okay. So you want to go to products and you want to click create product. And now you're going to create whatever product you want your version of Hey Levi. So let's say Hey Levi brand, whatever you're going to call it. And then, of course, you write a description. You can, and if you wanted to like do some more advanced things, you can check that out and add tax codes and all these things. But the main thing that you want to do is, of course, reoccurring. And if we said $47, then we would say $47 there. You could choose to add a free trial if you want to. Again, more customizations, but really you just want to make sure that you're creating that product and choosing your price and make sure that it is reoccurring. Okay. So then we would save. And then now when we are in our automations here, you'll see that there are two automations. So when the purchase is being made, okay, and so you'll see that this starts with the order form in the funnel, okay? But if you are adding this to one of your packages, you could easily send like in the workflow, you could send to this workflow if you want to, or if you're just using that order form and they're just purchasing the product, then of course you're going to just say in this funnel, and then you don't really have to connect the product or anything. So there's really nothing that you have to do here, but you definitely do want to take note. This is where it's going to say whatever, welcome to whatever you have called it, and that's going to be filled in from the custom values. And then you'll also see there is the link for your onboarding in the next workflow. You also see here when a purchase is being made that an internal notification goes to you and it tells you how you can adjust the settings and all of that, whether you're doing it automated or you're doing it manually. And that, of course, depends on your plan. Here in the onboarding, here is where it's going to, once the account's created, you want to send them the onboarding video, and you'll see this is what links to the custom value where you put that onboarding URL. Okay. So make sure that you understand, of course, the process and everything. This is incredible value to your existing HighLevel clients or new clients. It's also a great lead magnet for other services and even your full suite of tools within HighLevel. Okay. You guys will not survive in the HighLevel world if you do not add value on top of your HighLevel account. And this is a great way of doing that. So again, if you're interested, go to myvisionagency.com/Hey Levi. When you create your account, definitely let me know. I'll go ahead and send you that snapshot. Thank you all so much for joining me. As always, I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye. Thank you so much for joining us for today's training. If you have any questions, you can join us for open office hours starting right now